Good afternoon. This is Travis Clardy, President and CEO of the Texas Healthcare Association, coming to you with another week in review here in Austin with the beautiful Texas Capitol in the background. And yes, work continues to be done and the pace is quickening. I'm coming to you on day 102, 38 days remaining in the ADI legislative session. It's always funny how this works when I was a member of the legislature and now on the outside working with the great folks at THCA. How the team to drag, and all of a sudden it's like a roller coaster. You tick, 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 tick to the top, and when you go over the top, well, the ride is on. And we have made the tipping point and coming down the home stretch. 38 days to go, April 25th, 2025. So hope everybody out there had a great Easter weekend. Got to spend time with family. Hopefully had a little Easter egg hunt with the little ones. And did those things. Eat too much like we did for an Easter brunch. I hope you had a nice time. But as I said, we're back here in Austin, back to work. We've had a lot of good things happen since last we talked. I guess we've about a week to go. The week before Easter, we had a very good hearing of the House was said on our IDR bill, Informal Dispute Resolution Bill. That's 4670 in the House with Christian Manuel Boma as the author. And in the Senate, Charles Cray from Lubbock. House Senate Bill 2269. Both bills were heard this week. They were brought up in committee for a vote, and our legislative team did a fantastic job. Called for the members, and thank you for all of your support. We got unanimous votes out of both committees, which is quite an accomplishment. So now it's on to the floor. We're pushing those bills through the calendaring system process, and hopefully have those up where we can get those on the floor of the House for consideration by the entire bodies and move their way into good law for the state of Texas. So that's our informal dispute resolution bill. Remember, this is the one where when we do have an incident, whether self-reported or whether part of a survey, but when we have a negative write-up and we think it's overly strong, overly punitive, though we have the right to appeal that under Texas law. And it's a very useful tool. I support it completely. But of late, it's not been implemented as well as we think should by the commission. And this would make it mandatory that they would equally abide by the independent arbitrator, if you will, INPRO, in those decisions. So, again, we think it's important piece of legislation and are working towards that. So that's good. The other piece of good news, we have a hearing next Tuesday in Human Services in the House. Coney Rose, one of my former classmates, is carrying the bill for us. So this is on the child process. And those of you out there that are familiar with facilities may change hands, so whether it's part of a quit program or regardless, it used to be a quit process, 30, 45, 60 days tops. So we heard from a member this week, was mightily relieved to have finally gotten their child process internally by the HHSC in 16 months. And that's really just that's inexcusable. It does not work, and there's no reason for it. We believe in the process, understand these to happen. So we're going to keep pushing on that. But that bill's going to be heard Tuesday in Human Services. I'll testify in that as I did in the previous hearings. I expect we'll have some other members who will appear and help us in that effort to move that along. So that's those bills are moving along. There's other things we're interested in that we continue on. Still, part of the process is to move legislation important to us from an affirmative way for long-term care, elder care in Texas on behalf of THCA. The big part of our job is to keep an eye on bad takes, maybe unintended consequences of bills that members may file. That we watch and we track and we monitor all those. There's a lot of moving parts. I'm not sure what the bill filing number was this session. For some reason, I'm 9,000 bills sticks in my head. It's always been at least 7,500. That's a lot of law. And I think all of us can agree that one thing we don't really need is a whole bunch more laws. And so, but there are times you have to tweak things, fix things, etc. But you always got to be wary of bills that might either intentionally or unintentionally negatively impact our ability to serve the people in our facilities in long-term care. One of those bills, again, that I feel like we are in full support of is a bill by Freshman Jeff Berry dealing with Generate, which is primarily directed, in fact, I would say exclusively directed at assisted living and other facilities where they don't have what we have in the long-term care skilled nursing arena. Already have the emergency backup power plans. We have an emergency plan that we follow and submitted that we have maintained for the state. And we are well prepared. We've not had those problems. We've learned these lessons the hard way through the years. And I am very proud that our members have stepped up, done this on our own, and we're in full compliance with the law. But I think it is appropriate and prudent, and Representative Berry's bill is a well thought out, well reasoned bill, and we do support that. I think his bill is going to be a Monday on the floor, hadn't already come out of committee. And then, there are other generator bills out there, but some of them are particularly difficult, and really, I think they're way too much for the problem. And again, I think we've led the way within this profession to do things the right way. So we want to keep it there. So let's don't have any more rules, regulations, and certainly lots of unnecessary expenses put on top of us through some sort of unfunded mandate. So again, we're watching that very, very carefully for all of you. I'm looking back here at my notes. There are a number of other bills that we are concerned with that have to do with other matrices within the HHSC and within the funding mechanism. As you may recall, the budget has been passed by both the House and the Senate, and now we moved on to the conference committee stage. They had the first organizational meeting, I believe, yesterday of the House and Senate conferees, and their job is to lay them down side by side. Literally, there's an analysis of we'll pay you side by side and the sections so you see what the differences are, and then bang those out into one single instrument, which then can be submitted to the governor after they receive 100 votes in the House and a 2/3 vote in the Senate, so and it requires a 2/3 vote in both chambers by Constitution before it can be passed and sent to the governor for his signature. So that process is getting earnest, and we're very much engaged in that process. We're looking at things that hopefully can increase financing or funding for Medicaid for our members. Again, we had a board meeting this Wednesday. Very good participation by our board members throughout, and we felt on these issues where we are. So we continue to be engaged, not just as your professional staff and leadership here at THCA, but also our members and facility elders and the field administrators and nurses out there that work to take care of the elderly in Texas. So we have good feedback. In fact, I'm looking forward to this call very soon where we can again address these issues as we come down the home stretch of this session. A lot of good things going on this next week. If you don't know this, you need to know this, and everyone is, of course, invited to come next Wednesday, which will be, what day will that be? April 30th. April 30th, this Wednesday, is Nurses Day, THCA Nurses Day in the Capitol. That's really one of these events we do every session. I know I always appreciated and enjoyed it because one of these we do where nurses will show up. So if you're available and can get away, please come join us Wednesday morning, April 30th at the Capitol for Nurses Advocacy Day. We set up the extension E1, the big room there, and we invite members of staff and others to come in and get their blood pull, and pressure is going up, and people are getting more and more frustrated and tense. So blood pressure does become an issue, and thank you for our nurses out there to do that. I'm going to give mine today for sure, but I'll be there to make a few remarks. We'll recognize our guests who come in the gallery above the House and Senate, and again, thank you for those of you who already committed coming, and those that haven't, will get on board and do it. Hey, well, I'm serious thinking at you. I'm coming at you live. At least I hope I am. The phone seemed to think that I am. So we're on Facebook Live. So while you're sitting there at your stream, why don't you go ahead and touch the button, like us, share us with your friends, tell folks about this. We continue to do this every Friday. And then next week, I'm going to do a little teaser for you. We're going to do something different because while we are working hard here in Texas, is the Texas affiliate, the American Healthcare Association is hard at work, and my opposite number, Cliff Porter, the president, CEO of the American Healthcare Association, is fighting a good fight up there, keeping a sharp eye on what's happening with the Medicaid discussion and some of the DOGE conversations and where cuts can come. And again, conceptually, we really agree with some of those thoughts. We want to make sure these programs are being used for the people they reside, and that's us. That's for the elderly, the folks who are eligible to participate in Medicaid, and make sure those folks, that vulnerable population, are taken care of, and that's provided by our federal program, our federal partners. And so they're fighting that good fight up there. So we have one of our own Leticia Caballero of HMG will be up there, and I've asked her, if she has agreed, that we are going to have her report back to us next Friday from Washington, D.C. She'll be up there running the roads, meeting with some of our congressional delegation, kind of tell us what's the lay of the land, how everything is going there. And then, of course, I will hopefully be able to add a few points of emphasis that's known here for state as well. So next week, you will get a little double barrel, a little part federal, part state. So that's going to be next Friday on our weekend review. We will do that. And then the following session is going to be here before you know it. We had our Texas Healthcare Association Summer Retreat in Golf Tournament, supported by Political Action Committee. That's going to be June 15th through the 18th. Registration is open. Contact Randall Scott in our office. And of course, anything you have, any issues, any concerns, anything you'd like to talk to us about, call me, call Randall, call Bob, call April, call Dorothy. We got a great crew here working for you. Reach out to us, shoot us an email, text us. Better yet, come on by. Here in our office, we're on the 11th and Lavaca. That's where we're shooting from. So come by and see your office and talk to us if you have issues, concerns, ideas, thoughts, or you want to come in here and help us work the members to support the things you report to us. And we've had such a great outpouring of you that have committed your time to come to Allsburg, show up here, go across there. It's been very, very well received. Members love to see folks back home, especially right now when they can't get back home or they're working. It's always nice to see friendly faces from back in the district. And remember why you do that as an elected official and see their staffs and talk to them. So everyone that's come, thank you. You've been very, very successful, very, very efficient. And we'll continue to do that this next week on Nurses Day and then throughout the rest of the session. So, feel good about where we are, what we're doing. But vigilance is the word of the day. So you cannot take anything for granted. And until the gavel goes down and they declare sine die, the session's over, you're not quite safe and you're not quite comfortable. So that's the job and that's what we do. But hopefully we'll sign die. I think June the 2nd is the last day of session. Ends the program here for the 89th. Lord willing, there will be no special session if we pass the budget. The governor's school choice bill made it through, I think, and has been reconciled and is moving through, and that has taken up a lot of bandwidth for this session for a lot of reasons. So now there's, with that behind us, with the budget moving forward, I think there's a better chance that we're able to get everything done that needs to be done in 140 days. And that means when we show up June 15th to the 18th at the DFW Marriott Champion Circle in Fort Worth, we can truly enjoy and relax a wonderful summer retreat and pack event and enjoy the sights and sounds. I wasn't going to say the smells, but we will be at the stockyard at some point. So it'll certainly be an authentic Texas experience for all of us. So encourage your friends, your neighbors, everybody to be there. Sign up. Registration's open. Reserve your rooms. Be there. We're going to have a lot of great education opportunities, a fantastic lineup of speakers, some interesting things to talk about. So look forward to that. I look forward to seeing you all then. Again, let us know if you have questions, and we'll be back to you next Friday with another report, a little extra something in there to lag you out from Washington, D.C. about what's going on federally with Leticia. But until then, God bless all of you, and God bless Texas. Bye-bye.